Okay, hello people, this is part 2 of JRBrooks200 Wrestling Q A. We were on question number 7 from Ireland's Patriot. I've gone away and had a little bit of a mull over this. Do you think this would be an entertaining match? Brackets, I would. Santino Marella versus Simon Cowell. I think it would because of the fact that Simon Cowell is, a sort of judge. I mean, not a lot of people would say that Santino Marella is good at wrestling, but they definitely would the entertainment basis of, like, he's a very funny person. So Simon Cowell could, be sitting, in a sort of a ringside WWE event and be like, Santino, your lack of entertainment, as you call it, is appalling. You are nowhere near funny, and basically your wrestling skills match that. You are not a great wrestler at all. And Santino would just, challenge him to a match. Maybe that'd make for a good match at WrestleMania 26, but I doubt it. I doubt seeing it. But, it'd be good for a sort of fantasy match, Simon Cowell with the X-Factor sort of judges, whoever they are coming down. What their names, whoever they are, and and it would be good to see Santino win that match, I guess. A from Gareth AC81. This is a good question. In your opinion, why did WCW go out of business, and how could they have won the ratings war with the WWF? Now, I will guarantee you I can give you an answer for why WCW went out of business. One name, Eric Bischoff. Yeah, he was good at storylines and storylines, I guess, sometimes, and promoting wrestling for a while. But it was like it was getting too much, he didn't take into consideration some of the good talent in his organisation. He was overlooking talent. I mean, Ric Flair will say in his biography that, things were, he'd looked too much to Hogan as his top man there. I mean, me and my brother will agree that Hulk Hogan and Hollywood Hogan era sort of maybe needed to be done, but it was just an era that we'd rather forget because it was a bit of a disgrace to him. But yeah, it still stands. It's a gimmick that I guess maybe needed to be done. Hulk Hogan had to be a villain at some point again, with a new sort of twist and bit of a new turn to it. So he went out of business because of Bischoff. He had poor management skills. On WWE Confidential DVD that I've got, I'll just show you people. This will explain the downfall of WCW. Yeah, I'll explain the downfall of WCW. Many wrestlers will comment, such as Booker T, former WCW wrestlers Booker T, Chris Jericho and The Big Show will say it was very poor. Chris Jericho thought he screwed himself out of money he got paid once. And it's like they underpaid some of the big talent. Big Show was world champion once and was getting paid less than some of the other talent that wasn't quite as in his league yet, of his standard, of his working standard. And it was, I mean, even Hulk Hogan would say that it was pretty poor management sometimes. So that's why it went out of business. As for the ratings, not too sure. I think maybe because WCW was a bit more crazy, just went that extra more mile, I mean, sometimes storylines were on the spur of the moment, but they were good, so not too sure on that one. How much time have I got left? 5 minutes. So, yeah, I can't really come up with a great answer for why they beat WWF in the ratings. Some people say WCW shouldn't have beat them that well in the, you know, Raw versus Nitro ratings. But I mean, I suppose it's something that Eric Bischoff did right there. But I mean, it was a very big defeat. You know how many weeks they beat in the ratings, and it's I suppose it's because yeah, they were just more crazy with the storylines. I mean, I watched WCW sometimes and things just went on that I had no idea about it, but I still found it appealing. You know, one week, something weird like, you know, Booker T would be world champion and someone steals his blah-de-blah, I don't know, fucking pull clowns out of hats, he wrestles, he becomes a world champion, I don't know. David Arquette, you know, becomes world champion. It was really crazy things. I mean, in a way, it was a bit of a circus with wrestling, but I guess maybe that's what people wanted to see at the time. Number 9 from Little B. Lee. Do you think Vince Russo sucks? To be honest, I don't know too much about him behind the scenes in promoting. But if you're asking as a villain, you know, and just, you know, his persona altogether, you know, in wrestling, you know, I'd say it was, I don't want to say it sucked, he was, you know, good at getting beat. But I can't really say I know much of Vince Russo to make an opinion on him or judge him. So I'd say he's alright. Number 10 from Little B. Lee. Who do you think is the most underrated wrestler of all time? It's a really hard question, that. I'd say, I wouldn't really say there's an underrated wrestler. There is lots of underrated wrestlers, of course, but of all time, it's hard to think, because they've all got recognition of some wrestlers. I've got one. I've got two, actually, that I've just thought of. D'Lo Brown. That man had more moves than he could shake his stick at, and he was very well put together and a great wrestler. A very, you know, very good wrestler that I think, you know, deserved a little bit more than what he got. And Val Venus was a great wrestler and doesn't get that much attention as what he should. And maybe even Lance Storm too. He's a great technical wrestler. Okay, this has been a great wrestling Q&A. Thanks for the questions, guys. I'll see you on maybe another Q&A sometime. Maybe on movies and films. I'll see you later.